So, head scratchers abound. This head scratcher is for the Reformed, the Calvinists, the tulip theology people. How does the book of life work for the Calvinist reformer? Question mark. The reason I say question mark is because it seems that Scripture sometimes says that people are written in, sometimes people are written out. Sometimes it seems to say that people are in and then they get erased. So how does the book of life work? If you are elect as a Calvinist, Reformed theology person, if you're an elect person, are you written in the book? Then when you're born, because you're spiritually dead, you're erased, then you're written back in? Or does the book only happen during time and God writes you in? I think there's some sort of crossover and contradictions to the teachings of the Calvinist Reformed people. How does the book of life work? This right here sounds like believers, and they're in the book of life, but it doesn't say when that happens. This is an interesting one, and I will blot his name out. I will not blot out his name of the book of life. Okay? Not written as if that's an action. So the question for the Calvinist Reformed tulip people is, how does the book of life work? Again, since it's an eternal decree, it's an eternal thought of the perfect God that doesn't change and always has the same thoughts. Unconditionally, in eternity past, he randomly chose for his glory who he would save. I think we would all agree that the people saved are the ones written in the book of life. Yet, when does that happen? I can't say that I understand the whole Bible perfectly, and I don't think any of us can, but it's very interesting here. When we go to the Old Testament, if this is the same book of life that's in the New Testament, how can Moses be saying, please, forgive these people, let me be blotted out? Or how can David say, look, please erase them from the book of life? Seems like there's an issue here. I don't know enough. Sorry that this is off the cuff, meaning I didn't set it up very good. I didn't have words written down to say, but I see possible more contradictions. The book of life, how does it work for the Calvinist? If you are born spiritually dead, are you ever taken out of the book of life? At least until you're back to spiritually alive? Head scratchers abound. I usually get about 15 a day. This one I decided to hop on and wing it. How does the book of life work according to the Calvinist Reformed theology people?